Libra, I start this with a channeled image for you where you're stuck in traffic. You're in a car and it's completely stationary all the way along the motorway. And it's one of those times where you think, how can I get out of this? Because I can't move forward, I can't reverse, I'm stuck in my car. And then I got the image of everybody climbing out of their cars like they do in the Everybody Hurts video. And for some reason it was quite kind of celebratory, like people standing on hoods and like, yay! And there's something here about you being in survival mode and being able to come out of survival mode into a mode where you can answer a calling that you may have been ignoring, possibly because you've been in survival mode. When we're in survival mode, it's not the best time sometimes to open the floodgates to whatever your calling might be. But I feel this changing as we move into 2026, okay? So, January 2026 and beyond is what okay, this card's come up so many times. Yes. You get pyramid. You have to excuse my cat who may jump on the camera. Mystery, intrigue, curiosity, and embracing the magic that surrounds you. Now, I'm going to add to that there is a calling for you, that you may have been ignoring it for a very good reason. And survival is a good reason. So whether you've come out of a relationship, whether you're just in a hiatus, whether you've had a compound of hard lessons on hard lessons on hard lessons, almost like pyramids like this, building up in layers that you couldn't see over the top of it. So you were just keeping one foot in front of the other. You know, it's like, I just need to move forward somehow, even if I'm not addressing all of these signals, all of these signs, all of these, I suspect, channeled messages that you've been getting, maybe throughout 2025, which could have been causing frustration. Because it is frustrating when, and I'm getting you peering over a ledge and you can see something on the horizon like glinting, but you haven't been able to get over there. It's like you've been strapped in the car in your seatbelt, stuck in traffic, metaphorically. Okay? Yeah. Obviously there's something here to do with music as well. So for some of you, you relate through song lyrics, through music. We will be doing love and relationships in the second part of this reading. So maybe for some of you, there's been some connection with that I'm picking up on. I'm just taking, you've got 3 Starborn Oracle cards. Wow. This is absolutely amazing. I'm putting my glasses on for this. I may not have brushed my hair today, but I'm putting my glasses on for you. First thing is anchor the light. What I'm getting for this is what happened in that channeled image, which was in the Everybody Hurts video, where people have the nous to find their freedom on top of their car as a pedestrian. And it's something we'd be embarrassed to do. It's something we'd feel, I don't know, it's not the first thing we do unless we were feeling brave. And this says, in every smile, in every kindness, in every truth spoken, you're holding a frequency that can transform the world. Now, I'm going to add to that firstly, self-transformation is your key target, okay? Because when we transform ourselves, when we raise ourselves up, everybody else comes with us that's around us, okay? And you've got the pyramid card. I've got my herbal tea. Then you get Rainbow Bridge. I love this. So this is joining 2 worlds. And I'd say it was the physical and the spiritual. I think you've been very much in the kind of physical dimension where you've been doing your jobs, doing your thing, getting by, sweeping your own side of the street, doing what Librans do really well, you know, budgeting, counting the money, sorting the wheat from the chaff, dealing with people on a very basic level, being a human, being a good human. But this is about being spirit in a human body, and the spiritual part has taken a back seat, and now they're stepping out of the car and standing on the roof and saying, come on. You walk the rainbow bridge of light, uniting spirit and matter. Okay? Heaven and earth within you. As above, so below, Libra. I love this for you. And then, this is why I'm kind of getting music, because we also get the eternal flame, which I think is around the same time as the Everybody Hurts, I know. Your soul fire is eternal. It can't be diminished, only transformed into higher radiance and truth. Right. Then I got a blast of Gonna Take You Higher, which is also like a disco song. You've got a lot going on. I'm going to choose a tarot for you. It's this one. Let's throw 3 tarot cards for your current situation. Life, destiny, whatever else we need to know about. We're going to do love in the second half. My little cat has joined us. She's sitting on a towel on the window ledge, looking very quizzically out. Oh, cripes. Gonna take you higher. I've really got that in my head now. I'm going to be like bopping along. Yeah, I am taking reversals for you. I feel I have to. Some readings I do, some readings I don't, but I'm feeling it big time. Oh God, that's amazing. Right. You get Judgment in reverse. That is a big card. It's a very karmic card, okay? Judgment is what I call my Back to the Future card. Just moving my mug because the little lady's moving around. This is the Back to the Future card. When it's in the upright, it's a calling, you know? Literally, someone sounds the trumpet, the horn, whatever you want to call it, and everyone rises up to be accounted for. That's the kind of semi-religious basis for this card. For me, I'm more about the DeLorean, the Michael J. Fox, the photograph that's disappearing, that kind of thing. Several timelines going on at once, crossing timelines, all that weirdness, okay? When it's in the reverse, it's like a negative karmic spell or a negative karmic cord. I'm getting so many channels for you, so you are definitely channelers that I'm talking to. I'm getting the old photograph of the Athena red telephone thing with a wire that goes funny and melty, and I'm getting Salvador Dali's clocks, you know, with the melty clocks. Okay, for not wanting to sound absolutely nuts, if you feel like you're not living in the dimensional time of this universe in terms of the clock on my microwave, you know, the timetable of the bus or whatever it is, you're not. You are doing something that I normally associate with Gemini and sometimes Pisces because they are mutable dualistic signs. Pisces 2 fish, Gemini the twins. But other signs have other seasons, and you're in a season of duality where you are dealing with above and you're dealing with below, and they're mirror images of each other, but you're not in alignment with them. So you need some kind of practice that brings the two together, okay? We've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Now is not the time to sign on the dotted line, okay? Unless you have to, and of course it's your choice. But if it can be avoided, it doesn't, because Ace of Pentacles is a very solid 3D kind of a card. It's like, knock, knock, we're here, it's empirical, I can see it, I can feel it. You know, it's a decent plan for security. Now, your plan for security, it's not time to make it yet. You can, it won't stick if you do. And that's not, not because the universe isn't favouring you. It's because you have work to do up here. I think you've been doing a lot down here. You know, it's like you've pushed and shoved and dragged and dug and done all the things that we can do down here. Here, this kind of anchoring of the light, it's as if your calling was a spotlight and you're an actor on a stage and they're lighting the wrong place. You need to either step into the spotlight or move the spotlight towards you. Okay? You could also find yourself in a metaphorical spotlight. So this could be finding yourself starting a YouTube channel, finding yourself starting a blog, finding yourself teaching, finding yourself showing yourself to others in some way. Then we have the Knight of Cups, which I like because this is an external energy that is not yours coming in to help you. Okay? Now, this could come up in the love section because Knight of Cups traditionally is supposed to be love, someone coming forward with something rather nice in the cup, getting the old horse buffed up, putting on some decent threads, spraying a bit of Paco Rabanne down their pants and getting out there and offering it to you. But it's not always romantic. Sometimes it's somebody with like a spiritual offering. Let's take a couple of cards on that. Ooh, okay. Seven of Pentacles. I love this card. This is a card of grounded consideration. So what's coming to you, which could be a new job, it could be some form of new security, it will be wafted about, it will be offered, it will be on the table. Consider yourself a farmer and someone is offering you a crop, okay? And you've got to think about this, but you also have to know whether it spiritually fits your plan, fits the map. If you had a spiritual farm, where would this particular gift live? Could be someone offering you a job, could be someone offering you advice or a plan or money or whatever it is. It needs to be carefully weighed. You are the scales in terms of the real world, the everyday world of pavements and concrete and 3D, and your higher calling. Okay, it's a delicate balance, and it's not to do with pairing up scales until they're equal. Just because Libra is the scales doesn't mean you're trying to make everything equal. Things being equal, one, it's overrated, and two, it's rare. Very often it's about living with a 70-30, living with a 90-10. It's weighing things up but not trying to manipulate them so that they are the same. Gosh, it's a big reading. It's giving me an itchy cheek. Now, Queen of Wands in reverse. I'm going to take another card on that mofo because Queen of Wands in reverse can be a complete nightmare. What do I want? I want one of those. Now, it's usually someone standing in your way. It can be authority, it can be law, it can be an actual person. It is feminine energy if it's a person, okay? Okay, this is interesting. I get the Page of Wands. Now, every month there is a sign that picks up the element of fire at the moment, and I don't know why, regardless of the fact that you're an air sign, okay? You're going to need fire in your belly to deal with this person, this authority, this manifestation of whatever it is, this Queen of Wands energy. When she's in the reverse, she's just going against you. She's just, for want of a better word, cock blocking you, okay? I know that's not the best feminine energy, but when I'm channeling, I'm afraid that my vocabulary is a bit basic. You are rising up, or will need to rise up against this force, this person, this karmic block thing, to the best of your abilities. Okay, I want to take one of these now. I can tell we're going to jump around. Wisdom of the Oracle. Then we're going to look at love and relationships. There will be an extended love reading as well after the relationships part. It's all going on. Okay, Wisdom of the Oracle. What do we need to know? What do we need to know, gorgeous cat? My little cat is sat on top of a towel that's on top of a radiator that's on. I don't think it gets better than that, Libra. Right, totally knew I had to do this. Unfinished symphony. You have unfinished business that you're sleeping on, okay? It feels, when you get this, I'm just looking, I'm noticing there's a piano keyboard here as well. So more musical kind of connection for some reason. When you get this card, it's like a karmic, you haven't tied a karmic knot in a cycle so that it can complete. It's left hanging. It's judgment in reverse. It needs remedying. What is the best course of action for Libra? We're taking one more of these. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I love that card, and I also got that too. Okay, fine. Best course of action, to the sea. You cannot control this, particularly not just through words and mind alone. When you get to the sea, she's off out in a slipper bathtub and she's kind of letting the current guide her. So when we're talking about anchoring the light, that light is also there to guide you away from impossible knots that you can't untie in the 3D, okay? We then get peace. This is nice. Making peace with where you are. Because when you've got judgment and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, you're not able, in the 3D at least, to move forward as quickly or as efficiently as you would like to. And if you do, especially with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, it won't stick. You'll be like a boomerang coming back to where you started, or worse, even further behind. Love. Love and relationships. I've been dying to do your reading, Libra, but I've been kind of, it's just not happened for some reason for the last couple of days, but this is the right time. Okay. Love. Love and the chicka chicka. That one. Oh my Lord. Woof. What have you been up to? Oh my God. This is so weird and quite nice. Oof. Right. You have some unfinished business in your love life. Maybe this is to do with one person. Maybe this is just to do with your love pattern. You know, how you love, or an ex, or whatever it is, okay? 5 of Wands is a sort of, it's again, you know, when I was talking about there being a knot in something, when I get the 5 of Wands, it's like trying to pull apart a ball of wool that suddenly goes into loads of tangles. You've got a bit of tangled thinking, a bit of maybe tangled communication. It's 5, so it's a disruptor. It's not, my cat's really staring me out, sorry, she's like, it's not, in inverted commas, serious. It's more of a sort of annoyance or a nuisance. You've got Temperance in the reverse. You want to rest about something. You want to relax into a groove about something in a relationship. And for some reason, there's unfinished business standing in the way of that. We also have the World in the reverse. When you get the World in reverse, you can't complete the cycle of the major arcana. It is the last card. In order to move over that and cycle back to being the Fool again, this needs to be complete. Now, in the middle of all that, which is very interesting. And we did say this, do you remember? Well, look, somebody's polished off the Paco Rabanne again and they're off ski. We've got the Knight of Cups again. Now, do you remember we had that? We had a lot of reversals and then a Knight of Cups. Now we have a lot of reversals and a Knight of Cups. This is a real blessing. This is something or someone coming to your aid, appearing in your life, making you an offer, which, well, let's have a couple more cards about it. I feel like it needs to be others though. Okay, weird. I'm bobbing all over the shop with your cards. We're having another one of these. What does it mean, please, these Knight of Cupsies? Start sounding like Gollum at this point. Knight of Cupsies. Just put my drink over there. Knight of Cupsies. Yes, okay. I like that for you. I like that too. Okay. First of all, we get fork in the road. Major fork in the road. There's literally a fork in this card, which I really like. Always wants me to say fork off, but that would be puerile, so I don't. Fork in the road, it's like someone comes in with an offer, with a suggestion, with some energy that is generous, okay? Christ, woman, make your mind up. There, the towel is there. It's generous, but you also get regeneration, which I love because it's like scorched earth and something still grows out of this. You've been scorched. You've been, I'm going to say, burnt in some way in your love life. There's anxiety with Temperance in the reverse. There is complication with the Five of Wands. There's incomplete karma with the World in reverse. And now there is this new opening being offered by the Knight of Cups. I'm also now getting very clearly someone offering a hand and you're taking it and they're pulling you out of some kind of abyss. You're just like one great big medley of action movies. Devil in reverse. Now you're glad you get a lot of reversals. I know. So this is moving out of your life, this devil energy. Also, always remember with the devil energy, it's very often tempting to think that's a bad person. And often it is a bad person. I'm not saying it isn't. But always take accountability for your own energy in this. And I don't mean that it's your fault. What I mean is the patterns that gave rise to this, the chains of toxicity that were around you, that are things that you need to grow through and beyond, okay? Because it's almost like a mirror. Love brings up anything unlike itself to be healed. And this showing up for you is telling you that the transformation and the anchoring of the light is going to lead to better people showing up for you. Better circumstances, better people, better juju. Get on. Strength. Know thyself. When you know yourself and when you don't fear yourself, what shows up for you is gold. Okay, it's also the card for Leo. It's also fire energy. It's also got this red dress, and I'm going to say that red is going to be a really lucky colour for you this month, okay? I'm going to do the extended love reading. In the extended love reading, I'm going to do what I've done for a couple of other signs that has been really, really interesting. I do you, I do them. So it's the energy of you, the energy of whoever the love connection is, and the bridge in between. Or if it's the bridge in between, it's what brings you together, but we also look at shadow cards as what might be keeping you apart and what you need to do about that. Okay, so I'm going to get on and do that now. It is the first link. Oh, my cat just chirped at me like a bird. It's the first link in the description box under the video, or maybe like halfway down. I don't know. I'll put it there. You can find it, okay? I'll see you on the other side. Namaste.